Now, I'm living proof. I'm gonna give you a quick, simple example, man, of how you can just go from just nothing. I'm just so excited to having something from marketing and advertising yourself with no extra products, just yourself and who you are, and marketing and advertising yourself online, how you can go from nothing to having something. See, they say that you have to start a business. They say that you have to figure out a way to make a profit. That's what they want you to know, not telling you that all sales and all profit is controlled first and foremost by the police, the sheriff. They hold this one. This is how they fund their organizations. That's all they are. They're private organizations. And I had a big bet with them. Like I told you guys the other day or whatever, like they wanted to count us out. They said we're worth nothing, right? After the ones dropped on Cincinnati, they said we were worth nothing. But I have a way, even before this happened, a proven way that can increase credit for not only you when you do this method, and I teach you this method. If you're the type of person that has a group of people that's responsible, you're responsible for, and that care about you, you need to try this method. If you're the type of person that can't work a job or whatever the case may be because you just are blocked spiritually, or it's just not in your spirit because you know you're selling your soul when you do this. See, some people, they don't care about selling their soul for sex and money, not knowing that they're not going to get anything out of it in the end. See, some people don't care that when they go out there and engage in that sexual act, when the ones drop, they can't claim the one because they're involved in sexual acts and things of that nature that they know nothing of because they don't understand how to use the energy of their body. I betted a whole sexual group full of police and sheriffs that I could go a whole day without the ones dropping. This is what they betted me. I had nothing in the beginning. This man told me, to him, this is worth. If I can go without the ones dropping today, which I did, he said this could lead to $20 billion. This is a $20 bill. He's explaining to me how, essentially, this is someone that used to be a part of the sheriff's department, mind you, on how things work and how they control and hold certain monies based upon certain key codes and numbers in certain cities. And this is the key to my method. See, if you live in a city, and I know a lot of this is like, what are you talking about? How are you going to make money off of this? Don't worry about the money. It's not really what I'm promoting. I'm promoting the blueprint itself. Don't worry about how much money I made. I'm promoting the blueprint itself. This man was rich. He had over $2,000 on. He just gave this to me for free from watching what I'm doing, my videos, and walked up to me in person and was like, "You're the shit. You're right." He saw what I did. He was like, "You had this whole city shut down, the police force, and the mayor personally met myself based upon this method and me taking 24 hours and reversing the ones that was dropped on Cincinnati and being able to accept them for responsibility based upon this method of working with portals and gateways and time codes, moving in and out of dimensions and being able to manifest money doing that in a small amount of time. If you live in a town and there's any kind of water around it, you don't live in the average town. This is a portal. You need to call me up or actually send me an email or something like that, or some type of donation to 13sageastrology@gmail.com via PayPal. And I know this may sound radical and wild, but all you have to do is send it. You don't have to really understand this. That's the deep thing about it, to make money from it. You send me a donation, essentially, and if you live by water or things of that nature, just from my service that I've built up and what I've promoted, you will watch the credit in your area increase. You don't even have to really talk to me. This guy found me just to give me. He's like, I made so much money from the stuff you talk about here. It's true. Everything he's saying is true. It's the truth. And I don't have to go out and waste sacrifices, waste my energy to manifest this type of stuff. I don't have to go out and do sexual rituals. I can and make you even more money doing that, but I don't have to do all of that. See, there's a lot of magicians and people like that out there, and priests, and they promote the shedding of something, the giving of something, of some type of energy or some form of a sacrifice. And I'm teaching you this method, man, to where you live around just around water and cities around water, you can design a grid to where you can attract anything you want. I swear to you, anything you want. I've been through this process so many times. I've built up this thing to where it's now like a separate piece of real estate. The way I've done this thing, I've opened these portals up so many times and done so many key codes that I don't care how much they want to bet against me. They bet it. Listen to what I'm saying. They betted the whole police force betted their whole agency against what I'm talking about, based upon the ones dropping, saying that I wasn't going to be able to go essentially through the portal and come back today without the ones dropping again. That's where I'm getting at. When the ones drop, this represents an annuity. This represents the ending of a time period and the beginning of a time period. And that's why the high level officers hated the law, hated, because no matter how much money you got, once the 0 to 1 drops, you lose everything. Meaning that whatever you have as far as the zero person that's on the zero side, you get to keep that. But your ability to compete in the market is 0 until you can pay the figure off that the one dropped over. So like, for instance, this one was very expensive. I don't want to tell you, it was millions of dollars still going on. That's the point I'm making this video for, is that we have to now see how long we can hold the ones, because it's worth millions of dollars. And this particular one dropped. And the thing is that you have to see how long you can go until the next one drops. And the longer you can go, this creates a stock. And I've done this over so many long periods of time to where it's like I have my own stock. I'm telling you, this is real, man. So it's like, just, you can either contact me and call me if you need deeper advice on what I'm talking about. You know it's true. You like want to really sit down with you and make some money. You know, so you can put $100 or something to my PayPal and kind of mess around and be from like England or something like that and make yourself a lot of money. Like, I'm working with some people from Iran right now. You can make yourself a lot of money without even talking to me, from just putting in that energy and things of that nature. But what I'm explaining is, if you want to know exactly the formula on how to actually create your own grid in your own city, in your own market, essentially your own city, be able to have a business. Listen to what I'm telling you, that you have no products, no services. You have to carry around nothing. If you follow this method, it'll take you about 2 years to follow this whole thing through. I guarantee you in 2 years, you'll be a millionaire. I am a millionaire because of this. I don't have it in cash yet because the method, the way it works. You see, I'm getting cash now, though, as you can see. Once we get up to this next level, we're going to be getting abundance of cash, man. Don't have to do nothing. Serious, kid you not. No gimmicks. Just strictly knowing certain passwords and know how to work with units, and working with those units in your local city to create a piece of real estate for yourself that I can teach you how to do. Once you get these units and this foundation laid in your city, you can create a piece of real estate for yourself that you'll be richer than any realtor. Every time the 0 to 1s drop, you'll be able to pay for it. You can have a soul group of women with you, or men, you know what I'm saying, depending on who you are, that'll just come around you just because you can pay off these ones. I'm serious. And it's legal. No, I'm not no snitch and nothing like that. This is deeper than that. But I'm able to pay off these ones, and the law respects it because you're giving them money. I'm able to pay these ones. See, some people, they go and they sell themselves and they do this and they do that, and the ones drop and they have to stop until a certain amount of time, because they know that when the ones drop, that's it. All the money's off the table. It's like betting in Vegas. Boom, ones drop. They take everything off the table. Only those that can visa a certain amount or high level can now come back in and play. And this is where I'm at now. This is the tier I've moved into. I had to go against the whole law system, the sheriff, police, everybody. It's a sex cult, believe it or not. And I was able to beat them without falling victim to their fuckery, is what I call it, and their civilization. And I stayed what you call supreme. Was able to even go and reach out and show them, like, I could come over here and do this, and it's called. Like, I went on that side and did sexual rituals on that side to prove that I'm a 720 teacher. I can go on this side and do this X, Y, and Z, and then come back over here and have more money than you and be able to do this and that. And I'll prove that to them. And they over here doing this and that. Still, people are making money off of your sex at that point. You're not in control. See, this is what people don't know. It's like, you want to be in control of your life. If you're walking around with 20,000, that don't mean this yours. People start to understand that now. Adult boys and people that I consult, Rich people meant to you, they walk around with 100,000 in cash. They're like, he's right. One's dropped. They're like, man, this ain't worth nothing. And in my world, no more. You don't understand because you work a job. See, for you, everything is given to you. This is where I'm getting. It's given to you. Only the CEO understands what I'm talking about. So you're like, what are you talking? I don't get it. Just keep following, watching the videos. That's what I'm here for. So only the CEO can figure it out and do it. You know what I'm saying? And he knows when a 1-0 drop, nothing, depending on the situation, until he pays back in. Nothing. So if the 1-0 drops and it's really worth $10,000, you got to figure out a way to give out $10,000. Not just have it and accept everything for responsibility. That's what you do when the ones don't drop. See, the acceptance for value program, this is why they got messed up with it, because it doesn't work once the 1-0 drop. And if you keep using that program over and over again, once the 1-0 drop, you'll find out that eventually they're going to annuity you. You're going to lose your real estate. You're going to mess around and lose your equity, your credit. So I know this is like, what are you talking about? This is going, wow. Just know that there's a way. I'm going to shut down saying this, that you can start a business for yourself. This is multi-level, what I do and what I teach. Whether you talk to me or not, that you can start a business just from knowing me and just from being able to listen to this video and just let it soak in for now. If you're ready to go to the next level, like I said, send a donation, put a note in there, what you want me to talk about or your number or something. I'll give my best to call you back and we can talk about whatever it is that sparked you to even want to make the donation, to go deeper into something that I may have said about Social Security, sex, benefiting from that, you know what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. Because, I mean, we're talking about, this is deeper than what I'm explaining to you. This was a sovereign town I'm living in where marriage contracts and everything was tied up under one entity. And when that 1-0 drop, everything goes out. Your marriage contract, the credit, and they don't tell you this. You wake up every day and act like everything's all right without resetting your system. And then you wonder why you start having financial problems and credit problems. They will give you stuff. They gave me some credit service, phone service. I made so much money with AT&T. They gave me $3 million worth of credit the other day. I'm serious. The people think I didn't even pay them. I have to pay my bill from generating credit. It's just the knowing. See, people, it's one thing to do something. It's another thing to know what you're doing. So if you're looking for a way, make a donation or whatever, just to get started, put some in. You got to give to get. This is what I teach people that watch this channel. And the higher level, you want to have a consultation, that's fine. We can get to that. Just send the email. Whatever we can talk about, whatever it is that you want to talk about, whether it's your sign and how to make money through your zodiac sign, or whether you already got money, you trying to make more or flip money, whether you're in a financial problem and you like don't have your bankrupt, whatever it is, I can teach you with no money, zero money. What multi-level marketing company can teach you this? Zero money. I promise you, over a 30-day period, you'll have, even if you don't have a job, you'll have money. How much is up to you, how you follow the program. So I always like to give out examples, but I'm excited, man. Like, I know it's only $20, but this is going to turn into the most money that I've ever had. Mark my words, because I figured out a way to be able to retain $1 million that I generated and make it make interest every day, to where people want to donate. You're not going to get 10% interest on your money anywhere else in the stock market. They only give you 1%. These brokers, like, for instance, you put $100 into the stock market, you lucky at the end of the day if you make $1. With me, you give me $100, you're going to see $10 in profit. As an investor, you know what I'm talking about. From a free method. See, there's some difference between wall and the street. They don't want you to know this. There's the wall and the street. I work on the street aspect. So we'll go into more. You guys stay vigilant. I'm excited. I'll be coming up with more information on how to free yourself from the prison planet, because it's truly, and I want to point that out, at this point, it's truly one of those prison planets. And we'll be talking about that more coming soon. 1-0 binary code, why it's so important. Hotep. Namaste. Stay vigilant.